Hi, Martin Davidson here from Justo Golf Academy in South Wales. Just a little video to go along with this week's blog, which is looking at the left arm extension, whether you need to keep it extended, whether it should fold, or basically how to get it in the right position. If you have a little look at the left hand side of the screen, this is something I see fairly typically with beginner golfers, high handicappers and older golfers. Quite a lot of fold in this left arm. It's just lacking what I'd call structure. Okay, it started extended initially when it was set up, and as we got to the top of the backswing, it has collapsed quite a bit. In comparison to the right hand side, which is generally where we'd like to see it, the left arm's at full extension. This just makes it simpler to get back to the golf ball and get a fairly solid and repetitive contact. So the big question is, how on earth are you actually going to do this? Now, when we actually run through it here, I'm just going to wind this video back a second, is the key to learning to keep your left arm in the right position is to learn what to do with your right arm. So quite often people just think, oh, just keep my left arm straight, keep it extended. They tend to hyperextend it, so they keep it way too straight and really rigid, and you can end up with some quite nasty injuries off the back of that. So I've got a blue TheraBand. These things are sort of used for Pilates and those sorts of exercises. It's just an extendable band. As I wind the swing back, I can keep the tension in this. That's the aim. We're going to keep it extended, and purely by not allowing this right arm to bend too much. And I've got a stretch, and I'm pulling the band straight in this direction. Okay, this is really important. The pull is away from where I started, and I'm trying to almost stretch up on this yellow line. As we wind this back, and we pop back down, okay, and I put my left hand back on, I'm just going to go for the same feel as what I've just repeated, trying to pull away in this direction with my right hand, and that just keeps my left arm in a really nice extended position. It's one of the best drills you can do. Now, if you don't have one of these bands, not to worry, we can still find another way. Basically, you can set it up, pop your right hand on your left wrist like we just shown, and you'll get exactly the same feel. What's really nice here is if you try not to have too much tension in this left arm, just let it go dead, so it's almost just like a dead weight hanging there, and then work it back by letting the right arm only be pulling this up as it goes a little higher. Yes, you're going to turn and pivot and move your body as normal, but we're getting the same feel that this right arm isn't folding too much. So I'd highly recommend giving this a go if you know that you've got a swing at the moment that looks a little bit more like the one on the left hand side. You can do this at home. You don't need to spend hours down the range. It'll be a really good feel to get going, and give it a go from there.